Hey everybody, I took a trip to Akihabara, actually 2 trips. I went to Tokyo a while back and I picked up some stuff in Akihabara. I went around for a few hours anyway, and I thought I'd show you the highlights anyway of what I grabbed. The music in the background, I don't usually listen to this kind of music, but there's a story behind it. I was looking for a video game bar, and this dude claimed to know the way, and he said he'd show me the way there if I bought a CD. And I said, sorry, don't have any money, but I gave him some McDonald's coupons and some spare American change, and he said I could use his music on my YouTube videos, even though I have like not that many viewers, whatever. So this is it. Right, so like I said, I went around Akihabara and I just picked up a few things that I don't have yet in my collection. I tend to focus on shmups, and so here's one of the worst ones for the Mega Drive, Divine Ceiling. When you clear the stages, you get to look at a naked cartoon chick. Whoop-de-doo. But the gameplay is pretty abysmal. But it is rare to see this game with a box, and yeah, I wanted to have it for my Mega Drive collection. Okay, next. Alright, this is a cave game. It's a version of Ketsui for the Nintendo DS, Death Label, and it's actually good for what it is. I mean, it's basically a boss rush, and it's dang hard, and it's absolutely a bullet hell game. It's pretty amazing that they got it on the DS. It looks alright. But this is a rare game. It's had a pretty limited run, and I was lucky to find it at a reasonable price. It costs basically what a DS game costs new, maybe a little more, but I don't know, depending on the DS game, pretty much what it would cost. And it's in good shape. The box has a little bit of scuffing or whatever, but yeah, I was just playing it. It's pretty good. I'll show you both sides of it. Easy to collect the shmups for DS. There aren't that many of them. Yeah, so I had never actually seen this before, and just briefly, there's that side, and then here's the other side of this one. It's in a wrapper because it's a cheap cardboard box. It doesn't have the shot case like a Mega Drive game normally does. Let's see, this one, this is Strikers 1945-2 for the PlayStation 1. I was just walking kind of on my way to the train station, and I passed this game shop that had a kind of a bargain bin, and it said if you bought 5 games, you'd get them all for half price. There were 2 that I wanted. This one, and the disc was in perfect shape, but it doesn't have an obi or a spine card. And it said there was damage to the case, but the case is alright, actually. And the other one was this one, Res for the Dreamcast. This, for the PS2, is cheap Res, right? But for the Dreamcast, it gets pretty spendy, right? So I wanted to have it on my Dreamcast, but I wasn't ever willing to pay the prices that I saw it for. But I got those for half price because I bought 3 other kind of random cheap Super Famicom carts. Okay, for the GameCube, Rajirugi Generic. Again, the GameCube shmup lineup is pretty small, so easy to collect for. Already have this on the Milestone Shooting Collection, but I really like the GameCube actually, so it's nice to have this game for it. I got pretty good deals on all these. This game, I haven't actually played yet, but it's one of the PSP shooters. I think I have them all now for the PSP, although one is a download, so I'd like to get the hard copy of that at some point, which is the Strikers, I think 1945 Plus, maybe, for the PSP. But yeah, this is Sengoku Canon, or Sengoku Ace Episode 3. So, it hasn't gotten the greatest reviews ever, but I don't know, I want to play it, see for myself. Anyway, that was like, I don't know, $15 or something, in good shape, so I was happy about that. Okay, for the Nintendo 64, a boxed version of Star Soldier, Vanishing Earth. This was like $10. I was happy about that. On the PlayStation 2, I'm just really close to having all of the shmups. And this game makes me mad because there's literally like 5 or 6 versions of it, and I'm a completionist, so I feel like I have to have them all. Fortunately, this one is really cheap. It's ridiculous, but anyway, there's that. Okay, now a couple Xbox 360 games. The only Xbox 360 shmup that I lack, to my knowledge, is Under Defeat HD, and I have that on the PS3, so I probably should have got it on the 360, but lack of foresight or planning, whatever. Great game, by the way, if you want to check that out. This is Akai Katana Shin. I screwed up and I bought the regular version instead of the limited edition one, so I might trade this out and get that one at some point. But for now, I've got it, and I'm looking forward to playing through it. And the next one is kind of random. This I got used for like $30. It's Instant Brain. It's a cave, kind of like a role-playing game. It's sort of an adventure. I don't know. I haven't played it. I've read a lot about it. It's all in Japanese. I can read Japanese a fair amount, but usually not fast enough to want to play a game in Japanese. But the thing is, if you clear this game, you get access to a Dodonpachi version that you can play with a Kinect, and it has achievements apparently as well. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that, but anyway, Dodonpachi is on this disc. It's just getting to it that is kind of a problem because the game takes like 60 hours apparently. But there is a walkthrough that was recently put online, so yeah, I'm thinking about that. Or I might try actually playing it. It's supposed to be fun. It looks like a hentai game totally, like some of the pictures, like this one. Focusing. Oh yeah. But one dude in the forum said it's kind of like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, which is a great game. So I don't know. Anyway, it was cheap, and I bought it used, but I opened it up, and the disc. I mean, it has an art book, and it has a CD, which I haven't listened to yet, and then the game itself has never been opened, so it's new, and it's blurry. Sorry about that. Right, so, I don't know, I felt like I should have this to include in my shmup collection, even if I never managed to unlock it. And my third, wow, that's really big. Third, I can't talk. Neo Geo AES game, Ghost Pilots. Not one of the best shooters on the system by any means, but it was reasonably priced. And like I say, I had so few games for the system. I wanted to grab it, so I actually went back to Akihabara another day after kind of thinking about it and thinking, I'm gonna regret it if I don't buy that. So I bought this and the Divine Ceiling actually at the same store. So yeah. And then another thing I thought was pretty neat, the Wavebird for the GameCube still goes for a pretty penny, even not in a box. This is a box version, and it's the Club Nintendo version. And I open it up, it's in really good shape. I probably never use it. I just thought this was a neat thing to have. The Wavebird is an awesome controller. So, yeah, I paid a little bit for that, but oh well. So those are all the shmups, and that's the most exciting stuff. I should probably just end it there. But I'll go ahead and show you some other stuff I got, just for the hell of it. This game gets a lot of bad press, but I have a lot of good memories of it, especially the first level. Shadows of the Empire, and I love having games in the box, and this was cheap, so I picked it up. It was like $5. Right, and this one of the better racing games, Diddy Kong Racing, a rare game, which is, sorry, I'll show you the back here. Right, and I have good memories with both these games, so I wanted to have them in the box. Next, this one at the game store. This is a fairly new 007 game, and it said junk on it, and it was like $8. And so I said, I'm talking American dollars here because I don't want to tell you how much it is in yen. I can. It was 700 yen, so $8.50, I guess. Anyway, I said, so why is it junk? And he said, well, because it's junk. And I'm translating the Japanese literally, I assure you. And I said, well, I mean, like, is there some problem with it? He's like, oh, it's just junk, but if I were you, I'd buy it because it's a good deal. So I was like, fine, whatever, dude, I'll buy it. The thing about this game is, the PS3 version, I have a Japanese PS3, and in Japan, the PS3, the circle button is execute, and the X button is back, which is opposite to other countries, I think. All other countries, probably. I'm not sure. And there are very few games where that can cause a problem because they don't get it right in the coding for the game. And this is one of them. You actually apparently can't even finish the game on the PS3 with the Japanese PS3 unless it's the Japanese version. That's really annoying. So is this music. Oh my word. Shut up. Oh, I feel better now. Okay. Right. So, wow, that was painful. I'm sorry. Okay, and what else? There's just 3 more, so bear with me here. Sly Cooper, which I never heard of until people started talking about wanting an HD remake. Then I got the HD remake, I liked it, and then I saw it for 300 yen. I thought, well, that's just cool to have, because I have a pretty small PlayStation 2 collection for American games, anyway. Yeah, sorry. Getting long. Hate it when that happens. What else? I love this game. I brought this game with me to Japan over 10 years ago on my GameCube, and it kind of helped me get through the first week or so without having any friends or furniture. 2 very important Fs in a person's life. And so I wanted to try it out on the PlayStation 2 for 300 yen. I thought that's alright. And I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek. I don't know much about Voyager, unfortunately, because I'm very much a Next Generation and an original series guy. And I also liked Enterprise, actually, with Scott Bakula. But, anyway, this is an FPS of Star Trek for PS2. It might be horrible. I've never heard of it, so I'm guessing it is. Whatever. I wanted to give it a try. It wasn't that cheap, but... yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that out. And then, okay, 2 more things really quick. I promise I'll be fast. I found... Shoot, I'm gonna have to... This is... I'm sorry. Okay, this is a boxed Dreamcast. And this particular version, this box, usually the Dreamcast can play burnt games and stuff, which is nice because I happen to have a few, but they actually are backups. Anyway, I just like to have that option open. When I say they actually are backups, I mean I have the real game. And I had this box before, but that was before I cared about keeping boxes. And so I actually used this box to send my PS3 in to be repaired and put duct tape all over it and just tossed it. So I've always regretted it. But I felt like it would be stupid to buy another one, but this only cost me $15. So I went ahead and took the plunge. And then, same store, I also already have a GameCube, but I don't have a box one, or at least I didn't until now. I got this for $8 boxed because it doesn't have this controller, but that's not a problem because I already have it. So I'll pop that in there, and then I've got the complete system and whatnot. And then the Dreamcast one doesn't come with the passport or the instruction manual, but I kept those from when I had this same one before, so it'll be CIB loveliness. And then the other stuff's just kind of random, so I'll just leave it out. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm sorry it got so long. Bye-bye.